What's up? Hey y'all, I know it's been a while. Don't crucify me for it. I had to get back to work, going through healing, trying to get massages, wife, kids, niggas, just you know what it is. So I am finally back. I told y'all I would come back with some of the things that I used to get me through the healing process and everything. I don't know if y'all know, I did not put it on Instagram or anything like that, about the couple complications that I went through. Yeah. In another video, not this video. This video, it's just to let y'all know what I did use, what was recommended from nurses and doctors from the emergency room out here where I live. So let's get into one of the things that helped me heal a wound that was kind of hanging on. Okay, so the first thing is this solution. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Vashe, however you want to pronounce it, Vashe. This was given to me at the ER from a nurse. She did it undercover. She was like, baby, I'm gonna give you some stuff that we use to treat diabetic wounds that won't heal. Okay, let me tell y'all. She was like, squirt it on the gauze, place it on the incision, let it sit for a while, take it off. Now, I had a complication in this boob and I had a complication in this arm. Okay, and so for this arm, I was told to wet the gauze and put it on, wrap it up, and the next day take it off like this. Pull the gauze off like this to debride it. Okay, and it would take away, I can't think of the name, what it's called, but it's something that collects in your wound. And it's like white, it becomes white, especially if it's wet, it'll become white. I am gonna put it down here, okay, right here. So, this, so good. When I tell you, this, I mean, it smells like bleach though. Like, it smells like bleach. And I'm like, is it bleach? You can't get this on Amazon though, okay? It is not a cheap wound wash. It is not cheap. I think this bottle may have cost me maybe $8 or $16 or something like that, but it's not cheap, okay? But it works, okay? All right, so she was like, add that. Oh shoot, girl, I got cinnamon. Anyways, this cinnamon for the girls with diabetes who want to lower their blood sugar, that's cinnamon. Anyways, add that with some vitamin C. She said vitamin C with that will heal it up. When I tell you, just as soon as I started taking it, it just like everything shifted. So if you girls, anybody out there who has a wound that seems like it's not healing as quickly as another wound per se, get this on Amazon. Vashe, Vashe. It's on Amazon, okay? Get that. I would suggest they come in different sizes. Get a larger bottle so that I don't have to be waiting to order another bottle or whatever if you run out. And your vitamin C. Okay, on to the next thing that I was given at urgent care. Okay, urgent care. Saline solution. Okay, it is a saline solution. It comes in a syringe, not a syringe with a needle, just a syringe that has this top on it that you can take off. You then put it on a gauze. Squirt the solution on a gauze, place it on the area that is having trouble healing. Okay, do that, and the same thing as the Vashe. Let it sit. I would not suggest you doing that on a wound that is on your breast, because when you pull the gauze off the next day, it has dried, and you don't want to keep on opening up a wound that is on your breast, okay? But you can let it sit until before it gets dry, so maybe about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then remove it. Then you can bandage yourself up, okay? So, and there's a way, maybe you can Google it, or you can look it up on YouTube, how you can make your own sterile solution. I believe it's like distilled water maybe with some salt, and the percentages of whatever of salt and water. Google it, look it up, and you can make it yourself. Other than that, this just says 0.9% sodium chloride injection. So yeah, so saline, not that wound wash that you get off Amazon. If you're gonna get a wound wash off Amazon, get this. I promise you, get this. None of that other stuff that I got off of Amazon was doing the trick. This is what worked, and this also helped, okay? And don't forget the vitamin C. Okay, so this is the next thing, okay? This is especially for women who are getting breast, like a breast reduction or lift, anything that goes around the areola. Because that skin is so thin on your breast, you don't want to put like these on it. Even though I did use these and they didn't give me a problem on my breast, but when I used these large band-aids on my arm, I got blisters. However, I didn't get blisters on my breast. But these I got from when I went to the wound care specialist. Yes, I've been to urgent care, I went to BER, and then I found myself at wound care. Okay, so let me tell you, just FYI, this surgery shit ain't no joke. This is not something that you about to just go do and everything is just fine. It is really, you really have to be brave to do this, because you never know what complication you can end up with, and how many different specialists and wound cares and emergency and urgent cares. You never know how many of these places you might have to go see if you have a complication. Complications are inevitable risk. No, you may not have none. You might have your surgery and everything comes out beautifully. Like when I had my tummy tuck, my first round, nothing. I had nothing. It was just perfect. Everything from beginning to end, from the plane ride to whenever it healed and I stopped swelling. Even all of those, I never had not one problem. But my arm lift and my breast lift, this arm was okay, didn't have a problem. This arm I had a problem. This breast I had not a problem. This breast I had a problem. So don't take this lightly. Please, y'all. Don't take this lightly. You have to get yourself healthy. And you have to do your research with these doctors. I always say I want to make a video, I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to do da-da-da-da-da-da, and I am going to start being more consistent. I just had to get back in the swing of things with going back to work, y'all. I promise. But we're going to get through this together. Anyways, so this is what it's called. I tried to find it on Amazon. I couldn't really find it. Maybe if you can ask your doctor once you get back home to prescribe you some of these. These are silicone based. They're silicone based gauzes or bandages, whatever you want to call it. Foam dressings. And y'all, they're so thick. They're so thick and they come right off of your skin. They even make your skin feel better because of the dressing, the silicone that is around the on the adhesive, and that is on the actual gauze that's inside of the bandage. That collects all of the fluids and stuff like that. When I tell y'all, I was so happy to have it. It made my breast feel good. It didn't, it was basically protected. So I really highly recommend getting those if you're having a breast lift, y'all. Now, I know everybody don't go through complications, but these really did help me a lot, and they're really big. Like, It's saying 4x4. I think this was a 4x4, but it seemed like it was so much bigger. But it will cover up your whole nipple, because you know when you areola, you know when you have your breast done, your areola becomes smaller anyway, so it will cover the whole thing. But you have to change your dressing, which I was told with the Vashe too, to change it when you're doing the wet to dry, which is you leave it on over for at least 24 hours and then remove. You don't have to take it off, but you can use this as a wound wash, that if you want to change your back, clean your incisions, and change your bandages, at least, because the doctor did, the nurse told me, she said use it 3 times a day. She wasn't referring to my arm, because this was recommended to do wet to dry, but on my breast she said use it 2 to 3 times a day. So yeah, but these don't come with many in a box, so you know, let me tell y'all, it's not cheap. Y'all want to have surgery, the surgery is not the only thing you paying for. The aftercare is a mother, I'm telling you. So this is another thing that I got from I never used it because the Vashe had worked so well for me, but it was a dermal wound cleanser that I did get. This is what they sent me after I went to a wound care specialist. They went through my insurance and they called whatever medical supplier that they go through, and they give you this. So if and when I have my next round, I will try this out. But I'm gonna always for sure make sure I have this, even just to have in the house for the kids or whatever. This was the truth. Okay, so this is another thing that I used. I thought I had way more like products to show y'all, but I guess this is after I got my routine down. And you have to develop a routine when it comes down to changing your dressings, like, because you're going to do it in the morning. Of course, you're going to do it when you take your shower. And if you want to do it again in the middle of the days, because you have to keep these things dry. Dry meaning from sweat or moisture, like water or whatever from the tub. You have to make sure it's dry from that. Some people tell you keep your wounds dry. That did not work for me. That did not work for me. Every now and then, I would lay in a bed with no bandages on and just let it air out. But what really worked for me, it's a triple antibiotic ointment from Amazon. Okay? Neosporin, I never buy Neosporin. I just don't buy Neosporin. But I did get a 4-pack of those from Amazon. Maybe it was about $7. Let me tell y'all, get y'all about 2 boxes, depending on what y'all having and how much y'all feel like changing y'all dressings. And let me tell you, to heal this breast, I had to, y'all, because, okay, so let me finish what I was saying. So I had to, plaster this shit on. Every now and then I'll put a little bit on, just enough to keep it moist. But if your tissue is stuck on a bandage and you have to take that, I used to sit in the tub in the shower and let the water run on my breast just to loosen up some of these bandages, especially if you're using gauzes without adhesive, and you just use the tape here, tape there, or tape there, or whatever like that. If that wound is dry, it will stick to that gauze. And when you take that gauze off, no matter how long you let it soak, you're going to be taking more off of that breast. You're going to be opening the wound back up, per se. You're going to, and which is what they say is good, to introduce the new blood cells, to make it start to come, to heal from the outside. From the inside back out. But for me, it seemed like it just prolonged the healing process. But whenever I put this all over it, and I put like a good slab on there, and then I put that silicone on there, I'm telling you, if I do that like tonight, and I take a shower, I use the Vashe, and then I put that on it. I go to work in the morning. By the time I get off, my breast was it looked different. The pink went from like the wound went from like a dark pink to a lighter pink. And once the pink becomes lighter, and see, when it's a dark red, it's inflammation. When it gets lighter and lighter, then it's the next phase of healing. Okay, so there's phases of healing. Y'all gotta Google this. And y'all know my favorite thing to say is I'll make a video, but maybe I will make a video because it wouldn't take me doing a whole bunch of editing and stuff like that, or really filming. But I can put the pictures and the definitions and the phases of wound healing. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to put make a video on the wound healing phase, so that you can kind of know what phase you're in when it comes down to healing, because it gives you a peace of mind knowing, okay, so I am healing. It might have been a couple of days, it might have been a week, but I see the progress. So this is the phase I'm in. I am healing. Okay, so I think that's just about it, y'all. I think that's just about it. I'm happy to see y'all. Hope y'all happy to see me too. I will be back. I do want to do a haul on some fall items and give y'all a look at this body. Okay. I might have gained about 7 pounds since I've been back home. Maybe 10. I haven't been on the scale this week at all or whatever. But then I'll let y'all see what I'm looking like. I do want to show y'all what my wounds look like now that they have healed, my discrepancies, what I think about my doctor. Y'all know I went in the DR. Y'all know my doctor was Dr. Toribio. Okay. I do want to make a video on this doctor or my experience. Okay. In a good way, in the best way possible. And also I want to talk about too, y'all, which is serious, which is live and motherfucking well, is the hating that you gonna get after you have your surgery. Okay, the hating and the insecurities, the problems that you go through in your relationship, the way your family and friends, co-workers may look at you when it comes down to you having cosmetic surgery. I got it coming for y'all. All right. So if you are new, like, comment, and subscribe if you did like this video. And to all my girlies, what's up, girlies? I was told that I better put out a video for y'all, and I miss y'all. So I'm back. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
There will never be